hopefuls! In today's video, we're going to talk about visual versus non-visual organizing styles. Throughout our journey, we always hear, what's your style for success? Well, a big part of that is going to be visual or non-visual organizing. So visual organizers are those people that need to see their stuff, right? Without seeing their stuff, it could cause anxiety. Or not seeing their stuff, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. I know I get that way sometimes when it comes to important paperwork. That's why it goes on a corkboard with our command center. Non-visual people don't like to see their stuff. Seeing too much stuff can cause anxiety, like the opposite for the visual. But seeing too much stuff can be overwhelming. But it also leads to a little bit of chaos in your mind. I'm a non-visual person in most spaces, but you can be a bit of both depending on the space. Now, in our community, we teach compromised organizing solutions. So for that concept, I will hate to tell you that we're going to lean toward the visual organizer in compromised places. So those common areas, the living room, the family room, the kitchen, the game room, things like that, we're going to lean toward the visual organizer if you have one on your home team. Now, in your own space, do you, babe? Do you, right? Like in my room, I keep a lot of clothes in a dresser because I don't like to see them, or behind a closet door because I don't like to see them. The only things I really like to see are my Funko Pops and my books. But I do realize that I share a home and we share spaces with different types of styles. So leaning toward that visual organizer really supports the home team to success when it comes to organizing solutions. So the basics are visually seeing stuff. Kind of like what we have behind us, you can visually see that paper, right? But in the boxes above it, also paper that you cannot see. So this space is our office. I'm the one that uses it the most time, but sometimes it is compromised. So if Isaac comes and he's like, hey mom, I need some construction paper for school, he can easily find it and knows exactly where it is and how to put things back because he's visually able to see it. Now the opposite of that is non-visual. Seeing all the systems like this, that would drive me crazy and I couldn't handle it. So leaning toward who uses what for what and compromising in areas based on what's actually there really helps the home team succeed. Now, when you're shopping for containers, it's pretty obvious to tell the difference. Visual, obviously you can see what's inside this container without thinking too much about it, versus a non-visual option is something like this. They're the same thing for the most part when it comes to containers, but not seeing your stuff, knowing there's still stuff in there versus seeing your stuff and knowing exactly what's in there is the biggest difference. Now, if you are to the maintaining and updating your containers in a space part of the process, as you're shopping, go ahead and put stuff inside of a container if you're not sure. Sometimes we'll get confused and we'll see something that's colorful and automatically think, this is non-visual because it's got color. But guess what, hopefuls? You can see what's in there. So just because it's something of color doesn't mean it's necessarily a non-visual support tool. Also, you'll see all sort of basket weaves and, fun, pretty lace, things like that, especially back to school season. Oh, I'm a sucker for Target. But you'll see those things and in your head, they're non-visual because they look fairly solid. Don't hesitate to go ahead and put stuff inside. That way you can actually see if it's a visual or a non-visual tool. In those compromised spaces, we're going to lean toward the visual tools. But it doesn't always mean you have to get everything a clear container or everything has to be sitting on a shelf. There's all sorts of tips and tricks that I'm happy to share. One of those being labels. Yes, big picture labels, like really big pictures that are colorful and bright. Those are great tools to support a visual organizer in a compromised space without using all clear containers. That way it's visually there, it's large, it's colorful, so it still ticks all those boxes of I need to see it because you know what it is by the picture and it's bright and colorful. So that really ticks those boxes of finding compromises without using just clear containers. All right, so if you need tips, tricks, or anything like that, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit that jingle bell so you get notified on all our tips, tricks, and organizing solutions. And until next time, stay hopeful, guys.